What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews. Today we're going to be doing our weekly review for this week's episode of The Walking Dead television series, Season 7. This one's going to be for The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 13, called Bury Me Here. Oh my god, this was a crazy episode. Oh god, this is one of the best ones I think we've had in a very long time. This is just, oh my god, I can't even, oh man, there was just so many, oh god. I'm not exaggerating. This was, I almost got no words. Anyway, spoiler warning if you've not seen The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 13, Bury Me Here. One of the best episodes this season so far. Hands down. Not better than the premiere. Definitely not beating out the premiere. But, aside from that, this episode was just insane. We had so many different transformations. It was just so many deaths, and I really couldn't even. Oh man, I was really impressed, but really blown away after this episode ended. Oh man. So basically, let's just talk about it. We see Morgan, come back. We see Morgan. He, comes back. He, after all this time of him being, this guy that thinks that all life is precious, he finally kind of just says, you know what? He realizes after, it takes a lot for him to transfer, right? But it takes a lot for him, but it happens. And he finally, after about 2 seasons of wondering when he's going to come back to that crazy state, he finally does, and seeing Ben die just crushes him. And also seeing just kind of everything leading up to what happened, getting his staff taken. You don't mess with Morgan, man. You don't. You just really don't, especially when he's like this, in a crazy state. This was just, I am just so pumped after watching this episode. We also, of course, I predicted it and I said it. Yep, we're gonna see. Of course, I said I think in the last video I did before this one. Ben is gonna be killed off in episode 13, and he was. And it happened, I would say, in the fashion I thought it would. It did. I kind of knew that when the Saviors came, something would have went down, and he would have been killed in the process. And it just, it kind of made sense. We saw it happen. I kind of saw it happening before it did, to be honest with you. That wasn't a complete shock. At first I thought he was going to kill Richard, to be honest with you, and I thought maybe Ezekiel would have interfered, and maybe that would have got the Saviors even more mad, and they would have killed also Ben. But Richard, after we saw Ben get killed, when Richard says pull the trigger, right? And he says okay, and he shoots, right, Ben. The commercial break, that was awesome. Even though I hated that was awesome though. That was a great way to go to a commercial break. So you come back, and of course you don't really know who he shot, but I kind of knew, because I kind of saw where they were all kind of standing, and I visually knew that he probably shot and killed Ben and all that. And it's so funny because I was watching it, and I was sitting there and I was like wait, did he shoot Ben, or did he shoot Ezekiel? Because it looked like Ezekiel was close there too. But I was like, no, they can't kill Ezekiel. But for a split second I was like, did he just shoot Ezekiel? So I was kind of worried there, but then I kind of thought, I was like, well, no, because based on the positioning, it looks like he basically killed Ben. So he killed Ben, he's bleeding out and everything, because of course somebody took that one cantaloupe out and hid it, and of course that was Richard, which he kind of wanted to die, right, for that to happen, and that's why he said just do it. but he didn't expect Ben to, get shot and killed. But he only gets shot, but then of course he bleeds out too much. They don't even have time to go back to the kingdom, so they just go to the nearest place, which is Carol's cabin house or whatever. And basically he dies instantly, right away. And it was a really sad scene. I felt sad. And then of course Morgan goes out, and you just see him scream. And seeing all these flashbacks come back of him with his son, with his wife, when he was going crazy in that clear mode, right? When he was in that big place, that said clear all over the place, and when he ran into Rick, and when he saw all this stuff happening, and I couldn't even contain myself. I was like, dude, like, what is going on? And I honestly thought that he snapped at that part. And he did. He did. That was when Morgan officially lost it. I know a lot of people are probably going to say that wasn't when he lost it. I think people are going to say, I think when he actually really lost it, completely, was when he killed Richard. No, that was the transformation right there, I think. When he walked out, when he couldn't handle it, so he had to go take a breather, and he just yelled. He had these flashbacks. I think that's what got him. Because for the rest of the episode after that, like, he was going around with these crazy, eyes or whatever, looking at everybody as if he's gonna kill them or something. It was insane. And I didn't expect him to kill Richard. That was really big. I mean, that was probably the highlight. But honestly, I think even a bigger highlight is just seeing the way he transformed. Like, Morgan is a great character. I love his character. I don't want him to die. I think he's an amazing character, but I do feel he will be killed off in the next couple years. But he's one of those where I think you need him to have that crazy Walking Dead feel sometimes. He really handles an episode really good. This is another Morgan episode. Even though we saw other characters, this is a Morgan episode for me. And of course, we also see him there, of course, when he kills Richard. Richard's plan was just to go in and kill, the saviors right there. But Morgan just had enough, and he just hit him with the staff, and just of course, just killed him and choked him to death. Ezekiel, his face, just freaking out. I think I saw Jerry in the back there too. I think he was crying, and oh my god. And also the part there before all this happens, when going back a little bit here, where before he kills Ben, when oh man, I hated this. Such a happy person, right, Jerry? And, Ezekiel's talking, and then, of course, one of the Savior talks, and he's like, don't interrupt the king. And he just, like, hits him. I'm like, whoa, like, dude, calm her down, man. So, that's before anything even happened. Like, they just did that for nothing. So, and it also seems like that main Savior dude, not the one with the long hair, but the one with like the short hair, and the one there that was checking the truck there and all that. I don't know their names. They're not like Negan or Dwight or Simon, which I know their names, easily. No, I don't know these guys' names, but the guy with the short hair there, the main guy there, that likes to talk to Ezekiel a lot there. I gave you a choice. What is it gonna be, right? That guy. He really he felt bad that the kid died, right, Ben? And he walked right up to that long-haired guy and he said, just walk away to save me the trouble of killing you. And I was like, okay, so, he might not be too bad. But you can still tell that he's still working for Negan and he's still doing his job. But I think he did feel bad there, even though he can't really transform to a kingdomer because he has to follow the rules. But I'm gonna be interested to see if Negan talks to him though about why'd you threaten him, right? So that could be possible. But oh my god, I couldn't even contain myself. This was just a crazy episode. And then it looks like Ezekiel banned Morgan from the kingdom. Like, he doesn't want him there anymore. Because, Morgan says, I'm leaving, okay, I'll leave then. It seems like Ezekiel doesn't want him there anymore. But Then we see Morgan show up at Carol's place, and unfortunately he tells her what happened to Glenn and Abraham, Spencer, Olivia. Oh, her reaction was just, it was sad. It was really sad to see her react. I didn't think she would have went crazy, and she didn't. But I didn't think that she wouldn't go crazy either, because that's Carol sometimes, man. So she feels like the mother of the group, to be honest with you. She really does. Oh man, I really felt sad when I saw Morgan tell her what happened and everything. It was just, the look on her face was just, it was priceless. I'll say that. But man, I can't believe it, man. This was just one of the craziest. And at the beginning, I didn't really understand. Like, it was out in chronological order opening, and it was a little weird. But I don't know. And then we also had the stuff there at the beginning with Morgan and Carol, which was pretty good. But I felt like that stuff was like a little slow. Like the episode started off like, I'd say the first 10 minutes were like really slow going. I was like, oh, is this gonna be another one of those where not much happens and it's just gonna, kind of be like that? But no, it turned out to be really good, really fast, and I can't believe it. So it looks like Morgan could be going after the Saviors as well. So we'll have to see what happens with that if he gets killed in the finale. I don't know, someone's bound to die here in the next few episodes, and I'm really interested to see who it is. We already had a couple deaths in this episode, but I'm talking like, big characters, like maybe B-listers. I'm gonna say I don't think we'll get an A-lister death, but I think we might get a B-lister death, maybe C-lister. I'm gonna say we at least, I think we might get one in the finale. I don't think we need one. We've had tons of deaths this season. But I think it's going that way. I think, somebody's bound to die. And to be honest with you, if I had to pick someone, I'd be Sasha. So we'll have to see what happens with Morgan. I can't wait to see him, go up to Rick's group. I can't wait for Rick's reaction to see that, I can't wait for Rick to see that crazy Morgan back. I could envision Rick being like happy almost a little bit, just because he knows that, okay, this, Morgan can actually be in the war and successfully be in the war, and he'll help us out a lot. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this episode. I am like losing it. Oh my god, we got 3 episodes left. I'll be back with the predictions video really soon. Oh man, write your comments below on what you thought about this episode. I'll see you guys really soon. Peace, guys.